Hi Leo, welcome to your reading. So, when I tuned into your energy, I got the feeling that you are approaching a big bang of some kind. So, I don't know exactly what that means. Let's see what comes through in the reading. I did already pull some cards for you. The cards that came out were the swan, and then the whale and the hummingbird came out together. And so, I definitely feel like these are separate energies. Um, I think it can be different people, but it can also be different aspects within yourself, depending on where you are in your journey. So let's talk about them a little bit. It's interesting because I feel like the whale and the swan, they are meant to be lovers, is actually what I'm feeling. And again, this can be talking about you within yourself. It's like when aspects within us are meant to be lovers, it just means that they are meant to kind of collaborate, create something together. That if we're able to kind of bring these two different aspects of our personality, of our psyche together in a collaborative way, the magic happens, is what I'm hearing. And again, that thing with the Big Bang, yeah, I did get that double connotation as well, that it was maybe a little bit sexual, could be, but it's like, I don't know, it's also, yeah, it is that feeling. There's a lot of feelings there. Surprise, a little bit of being embarrassed, like just like this overwhelming wave is what I'm feeling. And so that's why I definitely get this idea that these two, they are some kind of long lost lovers, that they're gonna join forces in the future. That's what I'm feeling. And so I think that they have been through quite a journey. And what's interesting is that when I look at the whale, it seems like the whale is really, really sad. You know, the whale has been really, really sad. That's what I'm feeling. It's almost as if the whale has been looking for. I'm almost feeling that this is a more masculine energy, though, even though it is a water sign. But it did also come out with a hummingbird, which I will talk about in a bit. But I just feel like it used to be just the whale. It was only the whale without the hummingbird. And the whale was looking for his love. You know, he was looking for something more, looking for a deeper meaning in life. He was kind of unfulfilled. That's what I'm feeling. And I'm also getting this energy of someone that has kind of traveled the world, you know, traveled across seas somehow. They have not just been present in one place, you know, they have been someone that has seen different places, moved around, but they still weren't able to find that thing that they were looking for. But the thing was that they come through as light water, and this swan, which I feel is their love, she comes through as dark water. And so I think that the reason that the whale has not been able to find the swan is because it's almost like he has been looking in the wrong realms. Like he's been looking outside of himself, kind of, or just in like the wrong places. But the swan, being dark water, it's like she's still veiled somehow. She's still hidden. I'm hearing she's special. She's special. It's like there's something different about this swan energy, whether it's coming through a person or whether it's coming through from within yourself. This is gonna take you away from the beaten path. That's what I'm feeling. It's gonna take you into unknown realms, which also I feel like if you go kind of looking for the swan, or if you follow the lead of the swan, it's almost as if that is also going to start to veil you. You are going to start to become more veiled because you're stepping into this dark water energy. And it's not like this is bad or negative or anything like that. It's just that it's unknown. And so I think that this whale has just realized this. And again, that energy of the Big Bang comes in like a sudden realization, or like something could also be a sexual act, you know, something that happens that brings in suddenly a completely new perspective. And I feel like that's when the hummingbird was born. That was difficult to say that. That's when the hummingbird was born. And as you can see here, the hummingbird comes through as dark air. And so it's almost as if this is a perception that suddenly allowed the whale to start to see the swan in the right place, like in the right way. Suddenly the whale is able to understand this realm of the swan and understand the swan. And also there's something about that, because if you look at the swan, she is very reflective. Like this energy is very deep, but it's also an energy of being a mirror, you know, mirroring. It's an energy of the moon. So let's leave it at that. There's a lot of hidden treasures here is what I'm hearing. So again, I don't exactly know what that means to you personally. A lot of the times these readings, they will come through with a lot of symbology. But yeah, so let's pull some cards as well for Leo here. What do we need to know? What is important to know? Yeah, I'm definitely feeling the whale and the hummingbird. And the hummingbird, that energy of the hummingbird is super, it's fluttered. It's excited. It's fluttered. It's excited. It's like seeing the potential finally. It's like, yeah, finally seeing the potential. This feels like life has just gotten a new meaning. It's like, if you're in this energy, I think that you are moving into a new, I'm hearing it, a new area of creation, like a new field of creation, another leg of your journey. Like you're going down a new path and it fills you with excitement. And here is also the Ace of Swords. It fills you with the sense of empowerment, but I feel like it's so innocent, because the hummingbird is tiny, you know. It's like, you know that you're tiny, but yet you suddenly start to feel like you have some kind of agency, I feel. So I love that. That is such a beautiful vibe, actually. And I'm also, when I'm looking at the swan, I'm just hearing that the swan is actually melting. So it almost seems like, I don't know what this is. This is weird. It's almost like the two, she's melting together as one or something. It's like these two reflective parts, they are starting to become one, and almost like it's like they're starting to materialize somehow. Yeah, I don't know what this is. This is interesting. Let's see. There was a card coming out here. Wow. Yeah. 7 of Cups. Wow. And underneath the deck was the Judgment. And behind there, the Father of Cups. So he's also dark water. There is something here about restoration of some kind of, I'm almost feeling like it's the restoration of a masculine role model, or a masculine archetype of some kind, a masculine role. So maybe this is happening actually for the whale person, or this whale energy, this whale side of yourself, that because of this newfound perspective, because it's almost like you started to look into the dark. You started to look into the dark waters, or into the ethers, or something like that. And because of this, it's like you're receiving power in a new way, and it's building you up in a different way. I feel there is something here that it's building up your your ability to stand on your own feet is what I'm feeling. Like separate from the collective in a way, that you're starting to find yourself is what I'm actually hearing. Yeah, you're starting to find your true self is actually what I'm feeling with this energy here. And somehow this is, wow, yeah. And I feel actually that when this happens, when this person or when this aspect within yourself starts to really tune into the vibration that it was meant to hold, you know, when that happens, it's almost as if this swan will start to materialize. She will start to become real somehow. Ooh, and that is interesting because, again, she's dark water, so we don't really know what she holds. You know, does she know? That's the question. Does she know? Wow. Oh, the Big Bang. Yeah, this is some really evolutionary energy that you're dealing with here. Oh, yeah. Let's see, anything else for Leo? Yeah. Wow. 8 of Wands flew out, landed on top of the Judgment and the Father of Cups. So I feel like this person or this aspect within you, this more masculine leaning part of yourself, if this is just within yourself, is going through, I'm hearing a shit ton of activations right now. It's going to be going through a lot of activations, activation after activation after activation. I'm actually wondering if this has something to do with like Mars entering Cancer. It's almost like the masculine is moving through some kind of a portal, and yeah, so definitely expect a lot of energy coming into you. Expect a lot of new realizes, I can't say that word now, realizations expanding of your perspective, like starting to see a lot more opportunities, starting to see a lot more ways that you can do things, just opening up to the world is what I'm hearing in a new way. Because it's like suddenly you're starting to see through the dark. You're starting to see things that haven't been done before, but you're starting to see like, I could do that, like I could make that real, I could manifest that, like I could be the one that brings that into creation actually. So again, this could definitely be very much like purpose oriented. This is not just like, if this is kind of like work or career or something, it's not just like a job. I think it comes with that feeling of value, like purpose, that you're feeling like this is something real special that I can build right here, something that I'm like, I feel like with these energies as well, you kind of want to be on your best behavior. Like you will feel that you want to do this really well, like no shadiness, like no like laziness, none of that. It's like you really want to make this shine. So I feel like it can definitely be in that kind of career department, but also this could very much be some kind of relationship that you're wanting to pursue or build or make real in some kind of way. Underneath the deck, when the 8 of Wands came out, was also the 3 of Pentacles. Wow. And the Magician. So there is this understanding here that this may need to take some time. Like even though you're getting a lot of energy, you may feel that you have to be very strategic, I think, with the way that you kind of play this energy out or act this energy out, because yeah, there's something about like mastery. You have to be masterful with this. That's what I'm feeling. The hummingbird and all of these rainbow rays, it's like yeah, I feel like it has to be in alignment in all of the realms somehow. Like it has to work for everybody. It can't just work for one person. It has to be like really win-win-win. That's what I'm feeling. This that you're trying to create. And so you realize that even though you're like really wanting, I feel, to make this happen and to create this and move forward on this timeline, again, you may feel this need to actually having to hold back and in a sense temper yourself and really work on building your mastery, not just like haphazardly channeling this energy through. That's what I'm feeling. There is some element of needing to hold back and kind of slow down time here, you know, with the hummingbird, because this hummingbird is so like, it's so like that, and the same with the 801. So there's a lot of energy, but then it's almost like to actually make it real and stable and grounded and in mastery, there is this like slowing down, like deepening of energy. And I also feel like with the whale here, that is something that the whale really knows how to do. I create this base energy, like that's interesting. Anything else? Let's see if we can get something for the swan here. What is going on with the swan? Yeah, I feel like the swan is just opening her heart. It's like this is a more feminine energy, and it's like she's coming back to life. So like I said, there feels like this masculine energy is being restored. You know, it's the model of a more masterful type of masculine energy. King energy is starting to be restored. But when that happens, it's almost like the swan holds, and I feel like it's many different models actually of feminine energy within herself as well. Like, and that has also then has the potential of becoming restored, because here underneath the deck was the Mother of Swords. Wow, yeah, they really are marrying each other, like in terms of element, these two. So it's like the sword element here, and then the water or the cup element here. So yeah, it's like these two people or these two aspects, you know, these two hemispheres in your brain, I don't know, whatever it may be. It's like there's a mirroring effect. It's like they're learning from each other, stabilizing each other. And then the card that came out, let's see what it was. Ooh, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, so I actually feel like it's the swan that is slowing things down. She wants to slow things down. I think because of all of the potentials. I'm feeling that here. I'm just seeing all of these different timelines here. It's almost like the swan, she holds all times, you know, because she's dark water. She's like the all, you know, everything. All the timelines that have existed, all the feelings that have existed. She holds it all, and she's like, yeah, there's something like she's saying, like, if you want to ride with me, like you kind of have to learn how to channel the right one, you know, to channel the right cup, to channel the right timeline. It's like, I feel like it's almost like this whale hummingbird person, when they start, if they start to interact with the swan, they could create whatever with this energy. You know, they could create whatever with her, in a sense. And so if they're not kind of in their awareness, in understanding of how, so I'm hearing how the ship works, then they're not going to create what they think that they're going to create. You know, it's like, yeah, yeah, I'm feeling that this is something about also learning how to ride the chariot. You know, we're in the year of Cancer now, which is the chariot in the tarot. And so it's something about that, like, how do we really ride the chariot? How do we manifest, like, outside of the matrix, outside of the old matrix? How do we manifest with this dark water, this unknown, the element of the unknown, the element of chaos? I feel like some of you, you're actually learning about this right now. And that inner swan, or if this is a person, that swan person, they are like, slow it down so you can actually become masterful. And so I feel like this is actually, it's not just that easy for this other person or this other aspect of yourself, because it's like you are receiving so much energy, so much high vibe energy, and so it can be very easy to just want to express that. But I definitely feel like it's something about investing into yourself instead, like investing into developing your skills as well. Yeah, I feel like for this Ace of Pentacles to really turn upright and kind of manifest itself, for the swan to really start to manifest herself, you have to have reached a certain level of mastery with the Magician here, like a certain level of understanding of the tools that you have at your disposal. So for some of you, this is definitely related to like kind of magical abilities, you know, spiritual abilities. This could definitely also be relationship, like I said. Also with like the Big Bang, there may be like a lot of sexual energy, a lot of creative energy coming through. It's like these two people are like, it's twin flame energy. It's like that perfect, it's like having two people that like they perfectly speak to each other, you know, their bodies, everything on a subconscious level as well. And so the energy is so intense, you know, it's so intense. It requires kind of a lot, I feel, to actually be able to understand that type of energy on a conscious level without just like spiraling out of control in some kind of way. So let's see, where's this going? Let's get one final card here. Wow. Okay. Whoa. So underneath the deck, Mother of Cups. And she's looking at the swan. Like she was looking at the swan. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it's like this. Because I'm seeing, you know, I'm seeing it on the screen, but it's gonna be, I'm gonna turn it around so you can actually read the cards after. So I don't know, I think it's I have to hold it like this for you to see them as facing each other. I'm not sure. But the cards that did come out were the Four of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, and the Daughter of Pentacles. So this is moving towards, it's moving towards union. It's moving towards this, I feel with the Eight of Pentacles, it almost feels like someone has become an expert on reality in a way. Like someone has become experts on how to create matrices. That's actually what I'm feeling with this energy. It's very like, wow, yeah, when I'm doing this reading as well, there's just also a lot of energy around me, like a lot of kind of synchronicity around me. I don't know if you've experienced this one, but when this happens, it's almost like the room around you starts becoming alive, you know, and things that don't usually happen, you know, it's like everything starts dancing. And so I feel like you're moving into this very magical period actually for some of you, or you are being guided into this magical period. It's like when everything is going to start to come alive again, like your inner masculine, your inner feminine, your life is gonna really come online, and not just like your life in like a normal way of thinking about it, but it's like all the cells in your body are gonna start to come online, and they're gonna be like just full of pep. That's what I'm feeling. It's gonna be this feeling of just like bubbling, coming to the surface, and a lot of energy, a lot of emotions, a lot of potential. And then it's just about like learning how to channel it, like learning how to make use of that to create something that you really want. I don't know. I don't feel like I can end it here though. It's so weird. I kind of want to end it because it's getting long, but I feel like I need one more card. Why? What is it that I'm missing? So there was a card here falling on top of the swan side, and underneath the deck was the 10 of Cups. So I feel like these are these two people, or these two energies, just like perfectly mirroring each other. Like they're perfectly dancing with each other. And so the card on the swan side, what is it? Wow. Father of Wands. So there's something about actually the swan. I feel like it's something about that swan energy needing to understand how powerful it actually is. Like I feel with this swan, you know, they have been, like I said, veiled, and they've been reflecting themselves, you know, they've been really mirroring themselves. And so I think if you as an individual, you've gone through this, then you've probably gone through a long period of time where you've just become so aware of your own shadow side, of your own also potential, you know, future potential, things that you could develop and grow, and roles that you could step into. And so it's almost like you know that now, but because you've just been kind of within yourself, veiled, you know, mirroring yourself within yourself, you don't actually know how powerful you are. It's like you don't really know the effect that your energy can have on other people. That's what I'm feeling here with the Father of Wands. It's like you don't know your fire. You don't know your fire. You don't know your power yet. And so I think that that's something that probably you're going to start learning about now. It's like creating heat, creating light. And there is a little bit of like, I feel like there is a little bit of fear around that. Because to be able to do that, I feel like this person, you have to be protected. You have to have energetic protection, because when you start to create a lot of heat and a lot of light and a lot of this, like, this is desire driven energy as well. Like, people may start noticing you. You know, you're not going to be veiled anymore. People are going to start being attracted to you. They're going to start to try to penetrate your field, you know, in a way, to come into this swan, come into you, kind of. And so the necessity here with the Mother of Cups of being protected, like, you know, the cup being protected, your energy body being protected, being sacred, holy. And so I feel like this may actually be why you need some more time, or why this person is actually putting on the brakes a little bit, because they're like, I need to be independent emotionally. Like, I need to be able to hold my energy field in integrity at all times before I really, yeah, I really turn up the heat, you know, and I turn on the light, and I kind of like reveal myself and step out. There is something there. There is something there. So I feel like this one energy, it's almost like it may not come through with this powerful voice yet. It may still be kind of hidden, again, within yourself, or again, this may be another person. But if that's the case, it's because it's feeling that it's not properly protected. And so if this is happening within you on an individual level, start to give more value to the unknowns within yourself, the things that you don't necessarily see a model of in society. You know, maybe you see that you're so different in some kind of way than others. That's the swan. You know, that's the swan. That's where you need to protect yourself and kind of infuse that part of yourself with light, with value, with protection, so that it can start to channel its power, you know. That's what I'm feeling here. And so that you can kind of start to manifest from this part of yourself, this very special part of yourself. So that's actually what I'm feeling right now. It's a very interesting reading. I think I'm just gonna end it there, even though I feel like there's still a lot of messages wanting to come through, but I want to end it here. So take care, Leo. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.